Control live stream. And last time we got the job at the Federal Bureau of Control, but it turned out that that job involves fighting an eldritch abomination possessing a horde of zombies. So let's see how well we do at it. Also, I found out since the last time, I did actually get all the DLC for this. So this did come with the DLC, which is always nice. I just had to download it. So yeah, we got all the DLC for the game, which is really cool. Just messaging it out that I'm doing it. This right now. Also, to anyone who actually cares, happy World Turtle Day, because apparently today is World Turtle Day. I did not know that was a day that existed, but there you go. And once again, I have my computer sitting right here because I do not trust Sony's live streaming service to not screw up. I seriously don't know what Sony's problem is, except for the fact that, you know, they're Sony. Also, hi, XN. Glad you could make it. Let's see, just got a few more places to post this. Also, it is definitely now getting into summer where I live because it is really hot. Okay, there we go. So now just wait for people to file in. And I think I'm going to open this window right here so I don't burn to death while doing this because it's fairly hot at the moment. At least that'll provide some cooling. Yeah, I honestly did not know that today was International Turtle Day. I did not know that. I mean, World Turtle Day. I didn't know that was a thing that would exist. And the live chat immediately breaks, as it always does. Thankfully, I do have this over here. I don't think YouTube provides a means for you to make the chat appear live on the video. If they do, someone please inform me of that, because that would make things a heck of a lot easier. We're not going to start until, you know, some more people show up and we get, like, about 5 minutes in. Also, I like this creepy eldritch thingy in the background here. It's cool. Yeah, I figured it. Well, the thing is, XN, winter and summer are inverted depending on which hemisphere you're in. Argentina's in the southern hemisphere, so where it's winter where you live, it's summer where I live. Which is due to the Earth being tilted in such a direction to make that a thing that happens. But yeah. Let me see. Is there anywhere I can show the DLC? No, I guess not. Let me see. No, I don't. I guess I cannot show the DLC, but the DLC would be saying right over here that it's available if I hadn't used it. Also, my cat just wandered into the room and is staring at me. Hi, Cuddles. You're a cat. Oh, she noticed that I'd opened my window. Thankfully, it's got a screen in it, so there's really nothing she can do except sit in the window and exist. She is a cute cat. Yeah, it kind of looks like an eye from the Bayformers, doesn't it? Kind of. Also kind of looks like Unicron's mouth in some iterations. I don't know what just happened, but something made a noise. I am actually curious. Let me look up this World Turtle Day and find out how it became a thing that exists. Turtle. While we're waiting for people to show up. Because I know it exists. It's just kind of weird it exists. Okay, let me see. Apparently it was started by an American Tortoise Rescue nonprofit organization, and so apparently that's how it is. But they're called American Tortoise Rescue. They also do turtles, so that explains where that came from. Weird. Okay. I mean, I love turtles, so I'm not upset that they're a thing that exists. I do wonder if part of what is causing trouble is DA upgrading itself. Well, quote unquote upgrading itself. Because they say it's an upgrade. And I'm not one of those people who's going to say Eclipse is the absolute worst thing ever, because it really, really isn't. I just feel that they shouldn't have done certain things that they did with it, and there are some features I miss. One of those features being that it is really hard, like the notification section is kind of dumb. Especially because the watch section does not give you it does not explicitly give you notifications, so if you're not looking directly at it, you're not going to know things. Whereas before, it gave you a handy red indicator of how many you had. So, I'm kind of upset about that, because it's probably going to cause me problems. But, okay, we're going to wait a little bit more because people aren't showing up yet. Well, XN's here, so that's one thing. And there are people that do watch this on archive. So, yeah, but it's one of those things where I think people are kind of blowing certain parts of it out of proportion, but there is genuine complaints to be had about it. And one of those genuine complaints is that the notification watch section is objectively worse than it used to be. But yeah, I'm not going to go too much into that because that's not really fair to you guys. Also, it's probably I should probably just go to the stream options and go here and just turn off the let me see. Just turn off display messages. Because there's no real point of doing that if no one can see them. Okay, I did that because there really is no real... Yeah, there's no real point of doing that. If there isn't. Okay, we'll start. Hi, XX. And for the record, if anyone's here because I sent you a message saying it, I wasn't trying to pressure you into showing up. I was more trying to say, okay, DA's notification thing's kind of broken now, so I kind of am just making sure you get the message. Because I know I did send messages to a few people who are common, but that's mainly because, again, DA decided to do their overhaul and people might not be checking their notifications on there every 5 seconds, and it doesn't alert you to when new journals are posted. It just expects you to click on the watch section every so often, which is objectively kind of less convenient instead of putting everything in the notifications like they used to. There are things about Eclipse that I think are improvements. Okay. So we can fast travel here. Okay. Alright, just getting the controls back in. Yep, we have telekinesis now. Nice. Yeah, I agree. The chat, and the reason the chat stream is gone is, well, let me see if turning it back on fixes anything, because maybe that'll fix it. Maybe. Nope, it's still broken. I'll leave it there, I guess, but mainly because it shows me that it's still on air. The ghost dog that wanders through time and space we hear but never see. Yeah, that I can agree. I know what you're referencing there. Okay, so which way do I have to go? Alright, what is my... I forget how the map works. Oh, did I get a new collectible? What did I get? Oh, we got something new for the hotline. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is the 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs and redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted, which we know is the board. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. Object is currently bound to Director Trench. Not anymore. It's now bound to me. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmeyer was the first known bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests for one of the objects included redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. Let's watch this.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Okay, so apparently if you're not the director, don't do it.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. A traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume
hey, Trooper, glad you can make it.
Has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion.
Oh, this is ominous.
Brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves.
Yeah, we've seen some of this, but it's...
Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding.
Glad you can make it.
Alone. When I forget that.
Chat's already broken. It was broken within like 5 minutes of starting the stream.
Damage control. To help me get out of my mess. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country. Back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic. And the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places. And sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while.
And that's our chihuahua barking in the background.
I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Oh, this guy had a lot of issues.
Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek.
Oh, that's creepy.
Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally.
Chat still working okay? Just to check. I mean, this chat obviously is broken, but...
The thing he studies is putting us all in.
Or is everyone just watching along with me here?
It's my duty as director to keep the...
There's only one more left after this.
It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change
Okay, good. It's still
things, you
working.
have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Oh, that was creepy. You are the director now. We expect independence, dependence. You are authority, chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. Okay. Well, that's all those things. Apparently our boss is an inverted black pyramid. How do I How do I pop the map up? I know that there's a way to pop the map up. How do I do it? Oh, there it is. It's up on that. Okay. Okay, I need to get over there. Go ahead this way. I take it that that would have played music. Gonna have to figure out a way to use these things. Okay, I take it I need to go a different direction then. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I explain this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock down one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in the sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal, nothing in or out the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. The process is not the same as directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing, as I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works. So, essentially, this place is still a government agency, with everything that includes. Okay, I take it I'm not supposed to be in there yet. Yeah, I shouldn't be in there yet. I just realized I can fast travel, duh. So, yep, even the government agency that's in charge of taking care of things that go bump in the night still has to deal with bureaucracy. That's kind of just to be expected, I suppose. Also, I think I'm going to change my outfit because I've got multiple outfits to work with. I think I'm going to save that one for later in the game. This looks... Yeah, I'll go with this one for now. I like changing outfits.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. The hiss gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that in the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you.
Yeah,
If you agree, that is.
Well, this is only my first control
us.
stream, so you haven't really missed much, but yeah, I've gotten some of the live action
She might find out about you.
Kind of funny.
But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Well, that looks ominous. We just got the hotline, if that's what you're wanting to know. Okay, looks like that's where we're going to be heading. Looks ominous. Oh, timer on me, Draymond. Well, I've seen him, yeah.
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from? These readings are erratic even for the oldest house. The hits are dead.
Singing.
Seems like it's coming from the elevator.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Okay, we can get upgrades
Obviously,
now.
you never read the P6 data.
We can get a health upgrade, we can get an energy, we've got 4 of these actually. Let's get a health upgrade. And an energy upgrade. Yeah, let's just get one of everything. Okay, we can construct shatter, which we have enough, so we can get the shotgun mode. Okay. And we got an additional weapon slot. I think that'll be useful for that one. Let's see. Want to break up the ante by having live action mini-series. One episode between each one. And I only got everything that's on a TV screen in live action. That's cool. Max Payne had comic book cutscenes and TVs using still shots. Okay, that's cool.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
Thine to word, meet me in the maintenance.
Okay.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
I find it interesting that essentially the elevator kind of works like Willy Wonka's elevator in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and that it goes everywhere in the building, not just up and down, which is kind of interesting. And also kind of makes it stop being an elevator. But also now we have the shotgun mode of our gun, which I don't know how to switch between modes of this thing. It didn't let me use my gun there, so I couldn't really check. I've got shatter now, so I've got the shotgun. I just don't know how to switch over to it yet.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override.
Okay, that's simple.
Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti calling me too?
Okay, that's cool. I don't have level 2, I don't think. Okay, I admit that's weird. Oh wait, no, I can just do that. Okay, I appreciate when they do that. But unless you review... Okay, this is a book club, Lopez. Unless you review by Captain Lopez. These days, most young adult novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance, unless you manage to do both. Story protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus known as the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on an expedition into a dangerous, uncharted territory. The people all live in walled cities now because dystopian future. Along the way, they have to fall in love. I liked how we never got to know if the Fix was ever actually fixed. The ending is bold, especially for a UA. The main character succumbs to the Fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love and interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end of her, but that the job can still be done. She dies out in the unknown, alone, surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. Give this book a 3 out of 5. I feel most teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, I hear something. Hey, holy cross, glad you can make it. Oh, watching Sonic the Hedgehog. That is a good movie. Okay, don't see anything else over here. I do appreciate the fact they basically, like, yes, there's the door right there, but they let you just skip it by blasting out the glass. That is actually a nice little feat. I like, because I was like, oh, come on, they're not gonna let me, like, I can shoot it, they let me shoot out the glass, but I can't go through. But nope, they totally let me go through.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Okay, that was a little claustrophobic. I got shot probably more than I can. And I would. Knowing that the sequel will be made for this film inspires me. I hope they'll make a film with Sally Akeley in it. Well, XX, I think, would agree with you on that. Because Sally's one, I know he likes Sally. Let's see. I'm just gonna save that up. this way, it looks like. That was an epic hit. Also, I like that it actually did damage to the wall because there was an explosion there. Can I pick up a forklift? No, I cannot pick up a forklift yet. I know I can pick up a forklift eventually, but haven't powered it up yet enough. Honestly, I think ammo efficiency is probably my better bet here, because the kill streak is decent, but I'm also not as good. Let's look around. Yeah, the Snyder Cut of Justice League will be released. I'm on the fence about that, because I'm glad that, on some level, I'm glad Snyder finally gets to have the movie that he wanted made released. On the other, I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to like a movie. how much of a difference it'll make. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel really bad for the guy, what happened with his daughter and stuff. I don't like Snyder's movies. I like Snyder's just entries into the Justice League universe. I feel like, and I don't feel it's necessarily his fault, because I feel like DC just kept giving him the wrong characters. Because Snyder has a skill set. The problem is nothing that they gave him caters to that skill set. Because they kept giving him the capes. They kept giving him the, heroes that are supposed to be bright and cheerful. They shouldn't have done that. Because it's not his skill set, really. Now, again, if you like the Snyder DC movies, more power to you. I respect your opinion. I just have my own about them. Now, I will say I prefer... I do prefer some of... What? Oh, this happened. I'm in the astral plane now. Okay, so it's a side mission where I can get another object of power.
This place makes me nauseous.
Oh, I died. Yeah, I think that's the, and no, here's the thing, I think Snyder can make good movies. I think he does have talent, The problem is they gave him, like, they didn't give him, like, Red Hood or, you know, the Red Lanterns or any of the anti-heroes. Like, what we should have gotten from him is anti-heroes. That's really what they should have given him. Problem is they really didn't. Okay. I have a distinct feeling I did something wrong. But there are heroes that would have been really good for Snyder to have. The problem is he wasn't given a single one of them.
An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Okay, so what are we cleansing this time? The horse choo-choo allows you to evade, dash, use it. Okay, that's useful. Okay, there we go. You and the horse are now bound friends for life.
Let's see the Hess keep up with me now.
Okay, that's useful. I have absolutely no idea what just happened, but that was useful. Okay, I think at this point, an increase to my energy is probably a better choice than launch efficiency. And there's where I was supposed to go, but I want to examine things. What the? A threshold remnant, whatever that is. More kid stuff, always twisted and turned into something wrong. Yeah, though I guess in this case it's not it isn't so much something wrong as it was well, let's actually see, because we've got... Okay. Let's look at these case files. Look at a merry-go-round horse. Object should be kept in a confined space when unbound. Fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round horse ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speed. This can be quite dangerous when redacted its path. The object is currently bound to redacted. Well, now it's bound to me. That it was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local redacted reported that that rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked agent redacted by a redacted. Agent invoked formula C.5, redacted the object long enough to redacted. Okay, no multimedia thing on it? Okay, I guess maybe I'll find that at some point. I liked 300. I'm with XX here. I thought that it was epic. Historically accurate at all? No, it was not. But was it epic? Yeah, it was epic. Like, yes, maybe it was ridiculous, but ridiculous can be fun.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, Saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner.
Well, to be fair, even if the Spartans might not be the best people, but they were still trying to defend all of Greece from the Persians, so they are technically the good guys.
Something tells me it's going to be more than...
Like, they're still trying to to stop the Persians from launching all out
There's a
invasion.
doctor in this. I can tell you are not yesterday's grouses.
Yeah, you got a good point. Maybe
That's
he did
why
attack
you
him in
make a
self-defense.
great assistant.
So it was implied to have attacked other people, but that might have just been it wanted to be left alone.
I'll hit the facts on the table.
Well, now it's our friend. And it will help us stop eldritch abominations. I mean, the board said that it's our friend
They've
now.
already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators.
Okay, yeah, that's
otherwise
dumb.
the
That is
power
dumb.
plant
They can,
will blow
because
up.
the Greeks believed in a polytheistic
Don't you
religion, so
worry.
yeah.
I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The works on the task
But
force
the thing is,
here.
Paul, I'm kind of with
late.
XX that for all
Then
its
you have
faults,
time.
it's still epic.
Vacation. Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it, and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
What's this?
Yep. Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose? What the? Okay, so this leads me back here. Do you think there was another... Okay, so that just leads me back.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Yeah, now, here's the thing though. It's still an epic... It's still epic. I get what you're saying, Paul, but the thing is I kind of still like it. Knowledge Power escaped Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Irish. Okay. Let's see what this is.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job.
Well, I didn't want your job either, so that makes sense.
I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more. Until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
We are at war, hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force, foreign power. We will provide countermeasures, strategy, accept, ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. We will give you resources, rewards for each completed countermeasure. So side quests, essentially. Oh look, someone that's not a zombie.
Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Good, someone who's not a zombie.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I've just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director.
It's a pleasure. Ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Phaeton, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating.
Yeah, maybe that horse just wants to be free.
Before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing. Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling it? That's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos. But I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever, ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like secrets are standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah, it's all part of the job.
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
Yeah, I hope they have Sonic and Tails in the sequel have good chemistry
Do you know this
with
Achi
each
guy?
other. That because they're supposed to be best friends.
He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. And he probably knows more than anyone else around here. You can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
At least this isn't Dark Souls where everyone you talk ends up dead because of your help. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I should be going.
Right. You gotta lock down the lift.
Okay, anything else I can do here? Ventilation's over there.
My eyes open. He ain't out of the woods yet.
control point. Well, now they're even safer than they already were, so... You can do some upgrades. Yay. Given we got more power-ups, I'm gonna give myself a energy upgrade. Upgrade grip. Okay, I'm gonna save up for that. Oh, let's go this way, I guess. Oh, shoot. Okay, so, in other words, keep an eye out for those things. And granted, in my part, okay, furnace chamber is over here, which is also a place I should go.
Power cut. Replace the parts.
Okay then. Let's absorb all this health. Oh, this is different.
Just hold together a little longer.
Seems like there was a pipe opening here, but I guess there wasn't. Okay, let's see what's next. Like I said before, I'm better at shooters than I am at Batman. Next. Is that everyone?
Shit. What now?
My old enemy, the clock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap. Get rid of him.
What the? Okay, so there's apparently just this other eldritch horror down there.
Who's that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Okay, so apparently there's just another random eldritch horror down here. What? Okay, so apparently there's just another eldritch abomination just in their basement. I'm not very surprised, to be honest, but I'm with Jesse, that thing is disgusting. Okay, so apparently there's just an eldritch abomination down here.
I don't like that sound.
Oh, I'm gonna try to go around here and get that because I could use that. How many eldritch abominations are there in this universe? Because I don't think that thing was related to the hiss. It sounded like it's just its own entity, which is...
There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
Okay then. Now, apparently there's another thing that to get to, go this way. Apparently I can't get to yet. Just gonna have to go the long way around, I take it. Okay, that was something more intense. Directors come to know the janitors stay and are the ones keeping things nice and clean and nobody notices until they stop their job. Yeah, that's pretty much correct, really. Implying the clog is sapient. Implying this clog is sapient given he's called a him. And my old enemy implying the janitor might be older than he appears. Yep, that seems to be the case. Okay, we got our buddies here, so we've actually got allies now. almost got... Oh. We don't have Pierce mode. Okay, the Claude. Is the janitor too cowardly to face him himself? He said has to send a girl to fight his battles for him. Yeah, well, villains are, tend to say, yeah, that sounds like a villain thing to say. Is seriously, for those humans, you have any idea how bad that is? That is right behind the zombies in terms of brightness.
Blockages in pipe C through F. Is the clock back? Now? Oh man, Audio's gonna be so pissed.
Okay, so yeah, they've dealt with the clog before.
Crew feels a lot safer when you're around.
Oh, I thought you would say something about the fact I
should be going.
Right. You gotta lock down the lift.
I think the other guy that was here died, unfortunately. Which, granted, granted that was more due to the fact I kind of got a little overwhelmed. Okay, let's see. Thresholds, what's this? This house is a place in flux. Threshold appears with no warning. What a threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. My accepted theory is that thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a redacted frequency different from our own. The oldest house, which acts as a redacted, other theorize thresholds are parallel universes or possibly our own reality at different points in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affects the house or attracts the thresholds. We do know for certain that the thresholds are not permanent. Eventually their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes redacted in those who learn of it, so it is actively denied. That file. Okay, let's look at his trooper. Troopers are meant to be the first agents to enter unknown altered world events, thresholds, or any other preternaturally hazardous situation. They are heavily armored and heavily armed in preparation for the worst. As a result of their role, his troopers have access to the heaviest armor and weaponry from the Bureau Armory, including military-grade chain guns, grenade launchers, in addition to their already formidable FBC-issued armor. The his resonance surrounding these entities is distant enough to stop bullets. If forced to engage one of these, be sure to use any available cover. Also note that, to the telekinetically talented, enemy grenades can also be a welcome source of information. Of ammunition. His charge are examples of extreme physical deformation resulting from his corruption. His charge display an unthinking fixation on any non-corrupted individuals in the area. Once within a specific proximity, they erupt into a burst of focused hiss resonance so dense that it acts as a physical force. This charge is depleted of the hiss corruption. After this eruption, the host is left lifeless. Behavior may be an adaptive response to the HRAs. This charge are designed to blow the devices off potential hosts, exposing them to the residents. Is the hiss capable of customizing and corrupted altered ability to this degree? Why is the physiology of the hiss charge so dramatically different from the host's original form? Lots of questions, no answers. Refer to redacted for report. Okay, I can get in there that way somehow. Oh, I just knocked off the very last piece I needed to do it. And let me guess, I'm now in an eldritch location. Yep, I'm in an eldritch location now. Shoot. I think I might not have had the proper power up to deal with that yet. I do agree, though, that it feels kind of interesting that, I mean, it is kind of, the hiss are kind of the least interesting threat thus far, if, well, given what the, like, the cloak's a straight up eldritch abomination. It doesn't do much, but it's, oh, you're not dead now. I mean, you're not dead. Good, you're alive. Okay, I thought that person had died, so I'm actually happy about that. Okay, I think over here, yeah, is where we kind of want to go. Okay then. Let's continue.
Oh, this place is gonna come down.
I mean, theoretically, I get the hit. Oh, crap. Do I have enough to upgrade? Not yet. I still need, I've got enough to get some things. Now, which way to go?
It's right up. You need to fix it. The whole chemicals inside the plant has a secret. Alright then. Okay. What the? I admit I completely forgot how to do my melee attack. How do I do my melee attack again? I completely forget. Or can I just do a dash attack into people? Do a dash into people?
Okay, let's try this again. Now I'm pretty sure they all stay dead, maybe. Oh wait, didn't I just finish the... We're still in the maintenance sector, so that's... Have a seat. Okay, here we go.
Let's go lift the lockdown.
Did I really just do that? I succeeded in the mission, so it shouldn't send me back, but still, that was a mistake. I say I'm good at shooter games, and I normally am, but I'm not used to having every button I press do certain things. Like, and the thing is, I've only really died once in an actual combat situation, I think. Now, they should all still be dead because I successfully completed the mission. So, now do I get enough materials to... Almost actually got enough to complete it. Let's actually look at our mods. Control health boost. I'm gonna stay with what I've got. Actually, let me see. Can I... Yep, they're already dead. Okay. Now, which way do I want to go at this point? I remember that the first Metal Gear Solid was, shall I say, controversial for using every button on the controller. Now it's standard. Like X is saying, yeah, the fact that everything but a handful of the bosses are just possessed humans is kind of disappointing. You could have had so many weird enemies here. Next game is Wednesday at 8. Usual spot. Hazard owes me $20. Aresh still on a winning streak. Please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson suspended for a game because of that shady dealing incident. Guy, I owe you $60. I brought beers last time, so it's Heavenstall's turn. Remus. I like that a lot of these are just like random things. They're not... Okay, let's see here. Anything else? Did I kill everything? I think everything's dead. Well, it's not like I don't like looking the bosses are lazy at things. Yeah, pretty much seems to be the case. I do love how when you cleanse a place, it like stops being this weird collection of cubes and actually becomes a place.
Forces contained. A lockdown.
Okay, so our gun is also a key. That is cool. And my cat is here. She is being a cat. Okay, now there is still one other thing.
The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
Okay, so this thing in her head. Ow, that was a mistake. Okay. Also, if you hear a donkey outside, if you think you hear a donkey outside, that's because you do. You know, let's see, I still need to get to the... there's still one more place I need to get to. I think that's over there that I... Might as well open that now. How do I get to the place I'm trying to get to, though? That's the kind of irritating point here. I also need to stop doing that because I'm going to end up killing myself on accident. Oh, duh, I can just use the control point down there to teleport if I can figure out how to get back down there, though, because... Oh, right here. See, I don't think I have enough for this. No, I still need these house memories. Though I know that there are some bosses, some bonus bosses in this game that are just straight up eldritch abominations. Okay, so let's see. I want to go all the way around there. There's still an entire section of this area that there's a side quest in that I need to reach, but... Okay then, that... Okay, did I get them all? No, they're still on. I didn't even have to come down here. Okay, so I've got to take a more... Looks like I'm gonna have to head down that way, I guess. Go through this way, I guess. Furnace chamber this way. Have I been in here? I don't think I have. No, I haven't. Right here.
By trash, did Ati mean barrels full of hazardous biological material? Seems like I'm breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal, but if that's what Ati wants, then I'll get it done.
Okay, so apparently this is what he wanted us to do earlier. Mail tube complaint. Hey Bozer, get this. The accounting department still says they haven't received my expense reports. They say the receipts probably got lost in the mail tubes because of a shift or a threshold or some such beep. And that if I don't have the originals, they can't verify my expenses for reimbursement. This is such beep. Why do we even use these beep if they tubes if they can just spit our mail out in some other beep dimension? Just venting here before I make a formal complaint. Useless pieces of beep. Well, that guy's not happy about the fact he works in a job where his stuff can end up in a parallel dimension. Granted, I wouldn't be very happy about that factor either, but... Like, if you worked at a job and your stuff could just get phased into another dimension, I don't think I'd be very happy about that factor either. Aha, there you go. Okay, that's not it. Where's this last... Oh, there's some... Sure, I only get some reward for this. Ah, there... apparently we're just, like, hurling atomic waste into a furnace. Okay, we got... Let's see... Alright then, that's done. Okay, so abilities, we got more points to do stuff with here. We can increase launch damage, which... Yeah, let's do that. I think that's what we're gonna get next, because... I don't have enough to do that, I still don't. But anyway, oh wait, did I finish a countermeasure? I don't know if I did or not. No, I didn't. But that saves the game, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.